Yes, we can.
Okay, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to all of you in this cognizance session with regards to World Cleanup Day. My name is Priya and I am working in Decathlon. Swachh Bharat may have started on a high note, but cleaning up the country is serious business concern still. Apart from investment, it calls for behavioral changes, expertise, and scientific knowledge. So I think this is a good time to look at the magnitude of the problem and possible ways to clean up the country. And for the expertise, we have today Mr. Pankaj Chaudhary with us, who is the founder of Let's Do It India, which is the Indian chapter of international organization Let's Do It World. Mr. Pankaj Chaudhary is an assistant professor of international environmental law at Delhi University. He has represented India as a speaker at different international forums as well. So let's know more about him and his initiatives. Hello, sir. Hope you're doing well and welcome to the session.
Yes, thank you so much, Priya, for inviting me to this wonderful session of Decathlon. And because Decathlon is already a very good partner of Let's Do It India from last 3 years. So yes, thank you so much for inviting me.
You're welcome. I must say you have been involved in this concern for so long, and being a youth icon, where youth like us definitely pursuing so much inspiration from you that how you are tackling with the norms and manages the issues in our locality in such a way where people generally not preferring to give their so much attention. So how do you able to organize or manage these concerns to your way?
So I think how do I manage? But this is as you have mentioned in the very beginning, this is something individual behavior what we are looking here, right? And if you look at the Let's Do It World also, the Let's Do It India, which is Indian chapter of Let's Do It World. Let's Do It World is also in itself is a global movement, and that tackles the environment, the challenges, which is related to the very very important part, which is mismanaging the solid waste, which we are doing it for a long time, especially in India, if you look at it. So that's how we have named even the organization, that we firmly believe that only that doing gets thing done. That should be the goal of the organization. That's why we have called our organization Let's Do It. So I think changing individual behavior is very important, which is what we are doing here in Let's Do It.
Indeed, a wonderful thought, Mr. Pankaj. Last year, Let's Do It India launched the Fugitive Campaign, to stir awareness about the soaring issue of cigarette butt litter, which aim to reduce it. So, with reference to that initiative, how much change you have been observed so far?
So see, that's what I have said in the very beginning. We are creating this awareness in the people that we should all know that 95% of the cigarette butts are made of the cellulose acetate, and this cellulose acetate is nothing but a plastic, and which are made up upon with the rayon and the papers with other the chemical things. And you would be amazed to know only a one cigarette butt can pollute 1,000 liters of water, and that water that the fish takes in and the whole circle in what we say in our food chain disturbs, and that plastic goes inside us eventually. And and also not in it's not only harmful for us, but it's also harmful for the insects, the other the animals, or what they eat, if they eat that particular item. So we created this awareness. This is something that we throw it away very easily. Firstly, that we should not smoke. This is dangerous to the health. But secondly, if we throw it away the bird so easily, that's going to have a the polluting effect for the long time, and the scale, if you see, for the plastic is huge, very huge.
Okay.
So we came up with this idea that we should have called this campaign a Fugitive Campaign. And this plastic, arsenic, the lead, nicotine, which are filled, which makes this cigarette butt filter, which we call. So we come up this idea that we traced out this one company who was working with, we started this campaign. This is the one company which we are working closely with, called Vested. And so we developed end-to-end mechanism to collect, to recycle cigarette butt in the most environment responsible manner, and provide cigarette based receptacle for the public convenience, and promoting the consumer behavior change also. And what we did, we took the cigarette butt and we were giving money also, the people who were giving us cigarette butts in exchange, and we were making the items which can be 100% reusable. Yes.
Okay. Very interesting and inspired thought, Mr. Pankaj. So, with regards to the inspiration, so I want to know that who has inspired you for this kind of initiative at your earliest. I mean, who's your inspiration behind your initiative?
I think who inspires me. I would rather say the lifestyle which the rural India has even today.
Mhm.
This that was it has an inspiration in itself. How did we used to manage things? And this is something which I clearly think that one should be connected to the roots first, and then think in an environmentally sustainable manner. So, but I think yes, I was inspired by the way I can't tell you the one person, but I have been inspired by a lot of people, and every day I get inspired from the people who work for the environment.
Mhm. Very nice. All right. So moving ahead, as I am the part of Decathlon, and we as a team are wholly solely responsible for our Mother Earth, and we are keep on working for the same cause, and in the way of different instances, like in form of water conservation, waste reduction, and recycling, energy conservation, organic and eco design products, socializing with localities, and in many other ways. So, with reference to these aspects, how do you think we as an association can contribute towards the same cause for a society in a sustainable way?
So I think as a decathlon, which I have understood because we were working together for last 3 4 years, when we
Mhm.
were organizing the cleanup camps, people to create the awareness among the people that they should not just throw it away the goods, they can use it as a like the second hand products also. So I think we can collab. Decathlon, as per I have understood, we should nowadays what we are coming up, the people should enjoy when they clean up, when they do the cleanup, when they work for the environment. And
Correct.
that's how, like, you giving the bicycles which got hit in the COVID times. People were looking after the health, and people were looking after the mental health also in the Corona times. So you would be amazed to know that in just because just see this is new campaign which we brought in the Corona time, and we thought that there is a one more thing which people have just do not, even me and you as educated people also, we do not even care about it. Like each year you will be amazed to know the internet and its supporting system that produces 900 million tons of CO2. And this particular digital trash, like your one spam of your email which comes into your inbox, it also causes the CO2. So we come up this idea that the decathlon should promote more and more cleanup camps. They should promote more and more digital cleanup because people were living too much in their families, in their homes in this Corona times. And this is what brings us to our future, that we can work for the environment even with the sitting at home. And and this particular, some studies has also estimate that in coming 10 years, in a decade, this CO2 via this internet and this e-commerce thing will constitute 20% of the world's total energy. So I think decathlon, all the sports companies, I think they can collaborate, that they should enjoy. And like by I gave this idea also that why not be do a small riding campaigns, that who collects the most the waste in their track. So this may also incentives we can give to the people who can also work for their health also, and for good for the environment also.
Yes, yes. Great, Mr. Pankaj. I'm really, fond of your insights, taking a lot of intakes for implementing at my end for the society, obviously. So, what are your coming up projects that you would like to mention with our viewers so that they can, play their bit too?
So we are coming up with something new this year that's called Cleanathon. And like you must have heard about the hackathon thing. So we are coming with the Cleanathon for the very first time in India. And that is something, the Corona time, which has, urged the innovation in the environmental areas also. So we will give the problems, for the planet, for the country India, and we would be, running 24 hours of, Cleanathon, and the prizes money would be also announced. And so that the young kids of 20 years old, 21, 18 to 25, we will set the age something that they should come up. We will give them the problem, that this is something like from a very way. I just give you a small example.
Yeah.
There's some just a group of IIT people just came to me and they said, all the air pollution is coming out of the industry. They can convert that particular, this particular thing into the pen ink,
Okay.
the printer ink, which we have this on our papers. It's not
Okay.
something which was going to pollute, but now it's coming into productive. So we
All
would be
right.
giving them, the problems, what is happening in water pollution, what is happening in the environment. And it's a 24 hours of the cleanathon, how the hackathon works. So we will be launching this cleanathon this year. Secondly, we are coming up with this Blue Initiative now, and the Blue Initiative we are working for cleaning up of the rivers. We have already collaborated with the ocean cleanup guys, and we have already collaborated with the UN Habitat team. So we are taking the pilot project for three rivers basically for the very first year, and we
Okay.
will see not only the pollution, but we will see what are the roots of those the polluting things, that how we can work on those particular areas also for the water pollution.
Okay.
So there's some other, but these two are the main projects of ours. And thirdly, which I'm even right now also working on, that how to, because now the new waste has been created in our planet, and
Mhm.
that's called the COVID waste. And
Okay.
now we have to tackle this also. So now we have made a very good team with us working with West with India, and for this World Cleanup Day, we would be working on the COVID waste also specifically.
All right. All right. Okay, I'm very much fascinated with your insights, So I want you to give me or our viewers at least three tips, or more than that, it could be to look after our surroundings as they, as we, take care for our home. So what would be your, tips for us?
I think the very first tip is delete all your spam emails, and duplicate files on your phone and laptops, which we do not have time sometimes. But take out 1 hour of your time, delete
Hmm.
all duplicates files, delete all the unnecessary photos, unnecessary videos, and all those digital trash and I will and just screenshot that particular thing and just share with us, so we will cherish those moments first. Secondly, limitize, as everyone says, that limit the plastic use in your, become very conscious, because people say this person has become a mad, has become a mad for the plastic, that I don't want to use a plastic anymore. And the more the madness comes to your in a living you create, the more people you can inspire. So limit the use of this I think the use of plastic in your life. And the thirdly, very very important, work for your health, your mental peace, mental health also. And as because you only already in working in a decathlon, so just
Hmm.
I think health plus environment, we can look into this some picture, that just go for a run and pick, just take a, not a plastic bag, but try to take a jute bag or something, which it can be easily taken in any shop or store nearby to you, and pick up some waste when you go for a running. So we have our logo also, if you would have seen the World Cleanup Day. So a one man like a Superman holding that particular jute bag behind him. So
Yeah.
just become a warrior,
Yeah.
and just go for a run on a bicycle and pick up a trash how much you can pick up, so that the people should be aware that how the wasting problem happening in India. So three things, first, digital trash. Secondly, limit the use of plastic, and thirdly, just go for a run and pick up the waste.
I think for the digital thing, we should make this as an habit, I mean, like if we conduct this thing as a habit, so I think the agenda which you are, raising for that would be, automatically will be converted in.
Yes, yes. I think
Yeah.
this should be, we should become conscious what in our actions. That's very,
Definitely.
very important for today's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So on this note, I would like to give my vote of thanks to you, Mr. Pankaj. I really appreciate your thoughts, insights, and valuable efforts which you are, putting in from your end. And being a, young environmentalist, you are indeed encouraging, or inspiring the young generation like us in many ways. So thank you so much for coming with us and give your valuable time for this session.
Yes, thank you, Priya, and all of the people who are watching me. And let's do it. Our name of the organization itself is Let's Do It. So let's do
Yeah.
something for the environment, for our future generation, for ourselves, and make this a world a happy, cleaner planet once again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pankaj. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.